Hello! In this video I will tell you about the basic possibilities of the software for the portable spectrum analyzer Arinst SSATG and Arinst SSA-LC. The unit is a less expensive variation of the common portable spectrum analyzer with tracking generator. It's designed to help radio amateurs to explore ultra-high frequencies and simplify the work of mounting teams who adjust antenna and communication systems. When you start to work, turn on the tablet and check the work of its Bluetooth. Turn on the power supply. Launch the control program. Press the icon Bluetooth at the upper right corner of the screen. In the window which you will see, press the button Bluetooth and search for units nearby. After you have pressed the switch button near the name of the unit, you will see that the connection is active now. Once you've done this, enter the usual pin code 1234 that indicates the connection between units. To enter the main menu, slide your finger across the screen from left to right. To close the menu, press the screen in the menu-free area. The menu has next basic functions. Frequency controls the frequency operation range. Amplitude controls the amplitude operation range. Generator control and settings of the generator. Markers selection menu of the type of the marker connections. Peak menu for an automatic search and identification of the extreme values of the signal. Trace menu for statistical and mathematical processing of the measurement results. Settings section menu for the language, display parameters and connection. File menu for loading and storage of the measurement results. Notifications menu for support device notifications. About menu for the indication of the software version of the tablet, the unit's serial number and the unit's software version. Let's take a closer look at the functions of the spectrum analyzer's control. Touch the frequency scale with your finger and move it in the desired direction. If you want to change the sweep band, touch the frequency scale with your two fingers and then decrease or increase the sweep band. Choose the option frequency to select the frequency range you want. Suppose you want to see the signal downlink of the base station WCDMA 2110-2170 MHz. Enter the start frequency. Start 2110 MHz and the stop frequency. Stop 2170 MHz. Another way to enter the frequency is to enter the center frequency. Enter the center frequency 242 MHz and set up the sweep band at 36 MHz. Offset sets up the permanent offset of the frequency network when you use the external converter to expand the operating frequency range, for example, satellite converter. The option frequency bands provides control over the range making and names them to simplify identification of different frequencies. For more information about this feature, see the other video. The option frequency mergers is intended for simultaneous display of several frequency bands. For more information about this feature, also see the other video. The option amplitude controls the scale of the amplitude. Using the scale, you can choose the scale pitch of the horizontal lines, 5 dB or 10 dB. Step allows you to set up the increment for the manual change of the amplitude scale by touching. The option reference offset allows you to move the amplitude scale, which makes it convenient to watch the signal offset against the level when you use an external attenuator or amplifier. To work with the generator, it is necessary to turn on the generator. The generator can work in two modes. Independent generator. In this mode, the generator frequency is set and its amplitude is selected from the list of available amplitudes. The tracking generator mode is also available. In this mode, the generator frequency changes synchronously with the analyzer frequency. To compensate for losses in the measuring line, there is an amplitude normalization. A fractal frequency synthesizer is used as a generator, therefore, it has multiples of its working frequency harmonics. Be sure to take this into account when measuring active devices. The option Markers controls marker measurements. Markers can be set up in two different ways. To input the marker precisely frequency, press Add Marker and enter the marker frequency that you want. The marker will be set. You can set up the marker by double-clicking the screen if you don't want the marker to have a precise frequency. You can change the marker frequency by pressing the marker indicator, then wait for about 1 second and then change the frequency. Type is used to select the type of the marker measurement. Normal is a measurement of the absolute value of the amplitude. Delta amplitude is a measurement of the relevant difference of the amplitude between the measure and additional marker. Delta frequency is a measurement of the relevant difference of the amplitude between the measure and the additional marker. Delta amplitude and frequency is a measurement of the relevant difference of the amplitude and frequency between the measure and additional marker. The menu for automatic measurements of the extreme values of the signal is the peak search. The menu has a few functions. By using peak search, you have the marker automatically set up at the maximum value of the signal. You should set the option Continuous for the cyclic repetition of the search for the maximum value if you want to track both the level and the frequency of the signal maximum value. In this case, the marker will automatically follow the maximum value of the signal. Signal track is used to automatically set the maximum signal at the center of the display. If it's necessary to track the signal with a changing frequency, it's possible to select the option Auto. In this case, the maximum signal will be always set at the display center automatically. Markers can be set up automatically on a number of maximum signals, while their amplitude is decreasing. To do this, select the number of markers from 1 to 10 in the option Multi-Peak. Then go to the option Multi-Peak and press Run. If necessary, use the cycle repeat. You can change the cyclic tracking of the peak values by pressing the button Stop. The mode Trace processes the results of measurements. The display also shows the result of the mathematical processing of the measurement results. The mathematical processing of the set number of measurements makes it possible to get more information about the analyzed signal. Freeze Scan sets up cyclic scanning of the spectrum and performs the scanning by hand. The mode Average allows you to average the number of measurements based on a series of measurements. You can start the operation in this mode. To do it, select the tracking type which accumulates measurements. Sliding is a mode of sliding data accumulation. Normal is a mode of single-time accumulation of data according to the set number of scanning. Max Hold displays the maximum values of measurements resulted from several scans. Min Hold displays minimum values of measurements resulted from several scans. Spreading mode displays the maximum and the minimum values of the measurements resulted from several scans. These are the basic functions of the unit control. In the next videos, we will go into detail about the situations where such functions are required.